Hey then everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to make a 50-50 burger inspired by my travels to America. And if that wasn't enough for you, we're going to Easterfy this burger by using a hot cross bun as the bun. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll be putting out videos like this every week. To begin, we're going to set the barbecue up, so we need to get some of the old charcoal that was left over from a previous cook into our chimney starter. We're using lump wood, so that's perfectly fine to do that, and then top it up with a little bit of fresh lump wood, and then get a fire lighter underneath it, wait till we can see some flames shooting out the top of the chimney starter, and then we're pretty much ready to stabilize the grill at 200 degrees Celsius for some direct grilling. But we're going to have two zones of cooking. The charcoal will be one side and the meat will be the other side. So this burger is inspired by my travels to America, a restaurant called Slater's 50-50, where they use 50% beef and 50% bacon in the mix. We're going to replicate that today with good quality beef mince and good quality streaky bacon. Again, I'm going to chop it up nice and fine. Whenever I think about how small things should be chopped for recipes, I always think about the way it's going to eat. So you don't want big pieces of bacon that aren't going to be rendered down during the cooking process. So we want to mince this almost to replicate the kind of texture of our beef mince. So we're going to go nice and fine using a heavy cleaver, and then we're going to get it into our beef mince and mix it all together. So now we're going to season our mix with our cowboy coffee rub. This rub is going to go amazing with our beef and our bacon. A little bit of spice in there. There's a little bit of sweetness from the onion powder, but really the earthy flavours are going to complement all that kind of beefy fattiness that we're going to get in the mince. So we're going to season the mince now and mix it all together with our hands. Then we will form our burgers into patties. I'm going in with about a tablespoon full of rub. This should give us a nice coffee flavour and not over salt the mix, because bacon is quite salty by nature, so a tablespoon should suffice. I'm going to start measuring the burgers now, so I want 180 grams of mince into the patty. So we'll get our mixture out, or on the nose. Look at that. So we'll get that in our press. And what we do is we use the top part, press it flat, a little bit of pressure because you want it to form a patty, you don't want it to fall apart. Look at that, our patty ready for the grill. You can really smell that coffee rub now coming through. These are going to be gorgeous. The whole science behind using coffee in a rub is that many years ago, cowboys used to coat their food in coffee to stop carcinogens forming on the surface. So we'd be able to get a nice, mild reaction in the burger, but not actually burn the surface. Now to make two more patties and then on to the barbecuing. Perfect. Ready for the grill. Grill's nice and hot, 200 degrees Celsius. I've set it up for two zone cooking, so basically charcoal's on one side, so the burgers will go opposite the charcoal, so they come up to temperature, and then we'll sear them before the end. Lovely. So we're going to close the lid so they come up in temperature, and then just before the end of the cook, we'll sear them over the charcoal to give them that mild reaction. "10 minutes has gone by, so it's time to check the internal temperature of our burgers to see where we are. I'm using a thermopen. This is one of my go-to gadgets when barbecuing, and the burgers are probing just below the 50 degrees Celsius mark, which means this is perfect time now to get them over that direct charcoal and give them some colour. We're also going to add our onions. I cut these into rounds, and these are just going to grill opposite our burgers. Ideally, we get some colour on these and we don't lose them in the grill grates. So I'm going to go with my fingers and just turn them very lightly. But these burgers are looking excellent now. We can give them a couple more flips and then think about taking them off the heat. We're going to go toast our buns, add a little bit of cheese to the burger, and then just close the lid to let that cheese melt. Now let's build our burgers. Fairly simple construction. We're going in with a toasted hot cross bun bottom, the burger patty with the cheese on top, some of our onions, and then some brown sauce. Top with the top of the hot cross bun, and we're done. And now all that's left to do is take a bite. Amazing. You can really taste the bacon in that beef mince, richness from the meat, sweetness from the hot cross bun, the brown sauce cuts through with a little bit of fruitiness. Epic. I can't wait to get out to California this July and try out Slater's 50/50 burger for real. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll be seeing you next week for another video.